We thought we would skip this trend, but alas, Kpop Demon Hunters has got us just like the rest of the world. So let's paint a statue of Rumi.
You wanna get wild? Okay, I'll show you wild.
Thanks to Oxo3D for helping us with this video. We printed this model at 250%, approx a 1/4 scale. Since a dedicated prep and prime video is in the works, in these painting guides I'll no longer be covering this. However, this model is filled with OSL, so the priming and grayscale stage is super important here. So let's get to it. Vallejo Panzer Grey is always Parker's go-to for priming, so he first gets an all-over coverage on all the pieces. To do this, Parker uses the GAD 39 0.5mm airbrush from Gallery. A grayscale shade is Parker's next step, however it's even more important for this model. Rumi has a sword that emits a really bright icy blue light, so it is only right that this is reflected on her clothing. Literally. This is called OSL, standing for Object Source Lighting. In this case, the sword is the object emitting light, and Parker now needs to consider where this light is landing on the model itself. A common mistake is to make OSL a bit of an afterthought and just spray some colour on the model at the end. However, Parker makes considerations for the light reflections right at this early grayscale stage. So here you see him using Liquitex titanium white ink to mark out the light. If you want to hear it from the man himself, we have put together a more comprehensive 3-hour painting course with this model over on our Patreon. Hopefully this YouTube video will offer you an introduction to the topic in the meantime. Without the OSL, this outfit would actually be quite simple. This particular outfit is all black just with some purple detailing. But Parker likes to find something interesting or new to do with every model he paints. So here we are doing OSL. To paint the unlit parts of the outfit, Parker uses Golden So Flat Black through his Mobius 0.2 airbrush. Next up, he starts to paint in some of the icy blue light, first starting with Prussian blue Liquitex ink on both the torso and trousers. Rumi's sword actually isn't the only source of light on this model. The base also features this pink demon energy. Yes, sorry, I still haven't watched it, let me know if I've interpreted that right. This energy also needs consideration on their legs, so Parker returns to the black to fill out the rear of the legs towards the top, furthest from the light. Next up for the lighting effect, Parker moves to a lighter blue, this time using cerulean blue Liquitex ink. Finally, he adds in some purple to the outfit using So Flat Dioxazine purple. For these smaller details on the outfit, like around the collar, Parker used phthalo blue green, light phthalo blue, and crimson on his wet palette, adjusting the colour as he painted. Whilst he still had these colours on his palette, he created a very light blue and used one of his favourite tools, a sponge, to apply it across the edge of Rumi's sword. For the centre of Rumi's sword, Parker used titanium white Liquitex ink through his airbrush. Using more of these blues and purples on his wet palette, Parker moves on to painting Rumi's belt detailing. The final stages of this belt are done with titanium white using one of his smaller brushes. Rumi has a lot of hair, and on this model her hair swirls around her body, meaning that part of the braid is now wrapped under this light source that we keep talking about. So whilst painting this purple braid, Parker is careful to consider the shades and how they would reflect the light from her sword. Parker uses red violet and phthalo blue green, both from Golden So Flat range. He then returns to his trusty sponge, or as I know them, his beauty blender, to dab in these highlights, creating some variation to Rumi's purple braid. On the opposite side, a slightly different colour is used since this is the side facing her illuminated sword. Now onto her skin. Because OSL was the biggest focus of this model, Parker kept the rest of it relatively simple, so he used his basic go-to skin tone, which utilises a mix of Titan Mars Pale, Burnt Sienna and Red Violet, applying with a brush to her face with some variation in shade. Again, important to make this lighter on the side of her face, which has a lot of light from her sword. If you're unsure about where you should be placing light, don't be afraid to use real light to mimic the light source and take some photos to keep as a reference whilst painting. He then uses his airbrush to blend out the brush strokes. This uses the same combination of colours, just a bit more Titan Mars Pale in the final mix, keeping in mind to keep the two sides of the face different to each other. To paint in Rumi's signature eyeliner, he uses Payne's Grey with a brush. For the eyeballs themselves, Parker often uses Green Stuff Well Goth Skin dipping ink, but on this occasion he utilised the mixes already going on his wet palette to start off with a blood vessel type of shade to base the whites of the eyes. He uses the same colour for lips usually too. He then paints in the whites of the eyes using titanium white and paints in her brown eyes, again using some of the mixes already on his palette. He uses a lot of the same colours throughout this model, continuously adjusting the colours as per his needs at the time. So this model from OXO does have sculpted irises. Whether you appreciate this or not is down to personal preference. Parker usually prefers to have them unsculpted, but it's okay if they're there as well. So here he just follows the shape given to him by OXO. Finally, to finish off the eyes, he uses black from Golden So Flat to dot in the pupils, giving us this finished face. Parker starts with the boots, giving them a coat of black. With that complete, we move on to the base to decide the light colours and how these will now be reflected in her boots. The final light source to tackle is all this pink energy on the base. Depending on how you choose to interpret this light and how vivid it is in your mind will depend on how you now choose to paint her boots on these final steps. You could go down the route of completely bathing these boots in brightly coloured light emitting from the base. However, Parker opted to still maintain some of the black to her boots, particularly at the front, and left more of the colour to the rear of Rumi's boots and legs. Anyway, so let's get to the base. Oh, and excuse the Twitch follower goal here, OBS got a bit confused recording this footage, but maybe come join us on Twitch? So, he starts with phthalo green blue mixed with Payne's Grey to paint the edge of the base, and all this detailing sculpted into the centre of the base. This is going to create the colour for the deepest parts and the shadows around the base where the light isn't hitting. Back comes the sponge to blend out these colours. He chose quinacridone magenta from Golden So Flat range to cover the energy using his airbrush, with the very bottom of the energy using cobalt teal. Finally, he hit some of the raised areas with titanium white. With the energy colours complete, he uses the phthalo green blue and Payne's Grey mix again, this time thinned and through the airbrush to blend out some of the sponged on textures around the edge of the base. Moving on to our final pieces of this model and ending the OSL journey we've been on, it's time to get some colour on her boots. Parker returns once more to his sponge for this, using all of the previously used colours to dab where light would be hitting her boots. It creates this really lovely blend of light pink and light teal across her boots and around her lower leg. Finally, it's blended out with our two final colours, firstly using Golden So Flat's black acrylic and then cobalt teal. And here is our final model. If you would like a lot more in-depth guide for this model and how to do OSL, we do have a 3-hour mini painting course available on our Patreon, along with access to Discord channels to come ask Parker all the questions you may have. If you go join OXO on Patreon first, they also have a 50% discount code to offer you for our course. If you would like to help keep these girls full of treats, please consider joining us on Patreon for quick tips, bonus footage and occasional short courses. Or join us at the student tier to grab a free STL along with the course of the month. Thanks for watching, and thanks to all our patrons on screen. We will catch you in the next video.